right, all right. We're back live.
We're back.
We are back. Listen, we just had two presentations in there. There we go. We had two presentations in there. We had the doctors Oliver's, both of them. We also had Dr. Ron Smith. The Olivers dealt with the why. What is your why?
Yeah.
And I thought that was powerful. They talked about, first of all, they said, what are the three main priorities in your life? And so everybody was unanimous about God, right? then the next one was family, but the third one, was kind of rocky. Some people said money. And Dr. Oliver said, listen, around the world they've done this presentation, and that's probably the first time that they heard that money was number three. But in all honesty, health. And so they talked about scheduling your life around those things so that you can be impactful. So I thought that was a very insightful presentation. Every time they present, they're always going to give us something fresh. They're going to give us something that we can think about and utilize so that our family can be blessed by it.
It's fascinating how often sometimes we stand in our pulpits and we talk to other people about their whys and how important it is to prioritize and to get these things just right. And sometimes as pastors, we sacrifice our own whys and sometimes our own health and financial health and all of those things. And we end up finding a lot of pastors that burn out. They've got so much more to give, but because they have not really paced themselves, they have not really done what they needed to do in a way that would make longevity a reality. And so we rob the people that we are trying to serve of the service that God can use us in if we would just pace ourselves a little bit.
So one of the issues that I know that our conferences are dealing with is that
and we're getting a lot of feedback, Raj.
All right, 1 second.
You guys can tell that we're in this space and seeing all of the pastors and people around us here. This is a great space to do a live.
Yes.
Maybe we can bring over. You want me to try to bring over somebody?
But one of the things I was going to say was that conferences are now dealing with the fact that when they move pastors, they got to make sure that the pastor doesn't get hurt financially. So that you talk about the money. So that's a major piece.
And you know what? And I think that's good. I think, and I see that there are a lot of conferences that are taking their time to move pastors in a way where the family is not going to be impacted. So a lot of conferences are adopting that because they recognize that it is a strength. It can be a difficult transition, but understanding your why. I like that, again, that presentation, because again, if we understand our why and we take care of our health, that's that third thing, God, family, and health.
Yes.
Maybe health should be number two, though. I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is this: is that I had a lot more respect for Dr. Oliver tonight. You know why? Because he's growing in his beard. Yes, the beard is coming. I see him right down there. It's coming in. I had never seen Dr. Oliver with a beard, but let me stop.
He's down there. He's down there.
I thought
Oh yes.
See, there he is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe we can bring him
Good
in.
stuff.
I don't know.
All right. Well, look, guys, we've got 3 days ahead of us, 4 days ahead of us. What are we looking forward to for the rest of this week, gentlemen? Tomorrow morning.
So I know tomorrow what we have decided to do here at Pastors Roundtable is we're going to go on 1 hour before the general session. At least an hour, a half hour.
30 minutes before.
30 minutes before. So in the morning we'll be on at 7:30.
7:30.
7:30 we'll be live, and then in the evening we'll be on at 6.
6. The evening at 6.
6:30.
6:45.
Don't listen to this one. Don't listen to this one.
Listen, we need a.
Hey, Dr. Smith.
Hey! We've got Doc Smith over at the round table. Hey, I got a mic just for him.
The mic's there. The mic's right here. The mic's right there.
Hey, Roger.
Hey,
I had a ticket. I was coming to Dad's funeral.
that's all right. I understand.
Well, did Vandy tell you I was trying to get there?
Yes, he told me. He told me. But come on and say hi. We're live, man. Share with us.
I want to know about sexual.
Have a seat, Doc.
Dr. Smith, just very quickly, Dr.
30
Smith.
seconds.
I'd love to be a part of the round table. You can put it right here, and I'll just sit down for a second.
Sit down, Doc. There you go.
Dr. Smith, man. Listen, first of all, thank you.
Yes.
As a pastor in this union, thank you for this. All the pastors that I've been talking to are excited about Rise. And as a leader, tell us why. Why is this important?
Well, I think ministers' conferences are important just for the sake of corralling us together, first and foremost. Secondly, this particular ministerium, which is our biggest ticket item in the Southern Union, the more resources go into this than anything else we do. Because we want to invest wholeheartedly in all of our pastors, our pastor staff, and specifically this year, Rise encompasses what's in our hearts. We want to rise above some of the things that challenge us. Our financial frontier, our family frontier, on every level of life. We want to rise above stuff that hurts us, that holds us down, that keeps us from being the best we can be.
Yes.
So thank you for the opportunity to be part of the ministerial fraternity here, and thank you for voting me again to be your leader. Very important. You pastors have done it. It's almost time for me to lay down my sword and shield, but I'll tell you this, I'm thankful for what you all have done in terms of great cooperation and attendance. This is record attendance for our pastors' conference. And we certainly value this.
Well, listen, Dr. Smith, you know how appreciative we are of your leadership and you allowing this type of a thing and helping and supporting it. There's a gentleman that's standing behind you right now. Talk to us and to our audience a little bit about his role in what's happening this week.
His role is so very comprehensive. Obviously, he is the architect. He's the brains, he's the energy, the inspiration, the organization surrounding Pastors Conference, which he and his team have labeled as Rise. But more comprehensively, he is my coach. He's my mentor. He governs our ministry evangelistically on every frontier in the Southern Union. And we're so delighted that he has grabbed the mantle of such a wide spectrum of leadership responsibility. Thank you, Roger, for what you do.
We want to give you about 60 seconds to interview him about any question that you would like to ask him about Rise this year.
Okay. You know, that last part of your question was somewhat limited. It limited me, it constrained me about Rise. But I want to say, Roger, it was more of an interrogative. Have you been a part of the roundtable interview process before?
I have heard some things.
You've heard some things. Okay. So I'm very honored to be here at the same time. I feel there's a little safety net because there's some very critical, cutting-edge questions that get posed from this roundtable. They're very riveting for a leader. And just the fact that you are here, it just raises the bar to this. We have great, outstanding leadership here at the roundtable. But Roger, I just want to say, probably more than a question, thank you for your heart, for your vision, for pulling such a wonderful pastors conference together. And thank you for being a great mentor for so many of us on an evangelistic frontier, on a pastoral governance frontier, pastoral wellness frontier. Thank you for helping us, Roger. Is that your passion as you continue, or are you looking across the gulf at something else?
No, I think that everything rises on pastoral leadership, so we want to invest. And I'm so glad that we have an administration that believes in the vision of empowering the pastor and blessing the pastor and talking about stuff that the pastors are going through. And that's why every little detail of this conference is centered on the pastor and his or her family.
My 60 seconds
Before you go, Doc, we want to make sure that you know that we love you here at the Pastors Roundtable. So this is your shirt. You can wear it to the committee meetings and
can I wear it to constituency meetings? That's what I wanted to know.
So this is yours, Doc, on behalf of the Pastors Roundtable.
Thank you. I just want you to know the ratings of the Roundtable production is rising. And as a result of, I mean, even though I may have relegated some things a little lower in that song, lower, you know, basically.
We'll change it to higher, right?
It's going to higher, because you know why? Officially tonight, it is risen.
At Rise.
At Rise.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smith. We're so
Thank you for the shirt.
My pleasure. Our pleasure. Roger, listen, we are just excited that we had this opportunity our colleagues had this opportunity to come and be a part of this. We know on tomorrow there's a new theme. Rise is the main theme, but each day you have a different theme. What's tomorrow's theme?
Tomorrow's theme is replenish.
Replenish.
So we are dealing with the pastor's holistic health.
Okay.
So we want to deal with his mental health, his spiritual health, his family health. We have something for singles,
Nice.
pastors who are single. So everything revolves around the holistic health of the pastor, including the afternoon activities that will include puppies and dunk tank and painting and massage.
Nice.
So we want to make sure that they have a moment that they can just forget about all the stuff that's happening in their districts and just reconnect and replenish with their family.
Awesome. Roger, this has been tremendous. We can't wait to see how this unfolds on tomorrow. So we'll be praying for you. And we here are just supportive and excited. I know I'm speaking for a lot of the pastors who came through, but they were just excited to get in here, get to Orlando to be a part of Rise.
Whenever BT asked me, they say, wouldn't it be a great idea for the Pastors Roundtable to provide commentary and interview people? I said, there could not be anyone better. Because you guys are just right in the line without going over, which is exciting and amazing. And I'm a freaking watcher of your program.
Yes, you are.
So I encourage you guys to continue doing what you're doing. Keep speaking about the topics the pastors care about. And expect the unexpected. So thank you very much.
Did he just ask for a shirt? Is that what? We gotta give him a shirt. We gotta give him a shirt. Let's find a shirt.
Yes. This is the man that got everything started. He's the one that organized this event. Let's give it to him.
Fantastic.
You are official.
I will wear it.
Awesome.
I don't know if my president will wear it, but I will wear it.
You know he only dresses to a certain level.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Thank
I'm
you
gonna
so
buy
much.
some Jordans to match this.
There you go.
There
There you go. Awesome.
Hey, we gotta
awesome.
get Kathy next too. Kathy
Yes.
put in a lot of work, a lot of effort in
You want
this.
to interview another president? Let's see when I get to grab her.
So yeah, but this has been truly awesome. That's right, Cindy. The two Rogers in one place.
All right. Hey, I see Sister Cindy saying there was two Rogers in one place. Good stuff.
Awesome.
Hey, we got one more. Come on over, Doc. Come on over, Doc.
Listen, this is the man who got it started.
Yes.
This is the guy who got it all.
I can't wait to get in here. How it all works, man.
That's right.
You just came off an amazing trip.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Tell us where you went.
Wow.
And tell us some of the amazing experiences
So
that you had.
we went. The trip was in celebration of 50 years of ministry for Breath of Life.
Wow.
It started in 1974, and of course now 2024. We are celebrating 50 years, and so it's absolutely amazing to be able to celebrate that. So we started off in Rome, and we had
Wait. Rome, Georgia?
No. Rome, Italy.
Yeah.
Rome, Italy.
Yes.
Rome, Italy. And we went to see the Colosseum.
Yes.
We went to the catacombs.
Yes.
Actually, Pastor Snell preached a message there in the catacombs. We did record that, so you got to follow Breath of Life if you want to see some of that content.
I love it.
But then we also had a gala that Saturday night, and that was a commemorative gala. Interviewed Elder Brooks' daughter, and we honored her as well, gave her an award. It was a very nicely done. We had a grand time. We brought in Dr. Violin, Patrick Bogie. He came and he was our main musical entertainment for the night. Just did a phenomenal job, and we had an exciting time. Then from there, we went on the boat.
Come on,
we went on the ship, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we sailed to several different points, different places that Paul went through. So we were tracking those steps and those stops, I should say. But the most significant for me was Ephesus.
Okay.
The city, the ruins there, it's still so well preserved.
Yep.
I mean, so even the tour guide is saying you can kind of get a sense of what life was like.
Yeah.
As people passed through those areas, it was. I mean, I had to take a moment to really drink it in. Sometimes you get into entertainment of it, the tourism of it.
Right.
But to recognize, like, I don't know, the Bible is not fiction.
Come on,
It is real.
It's real.
I mean, it'll come alive for you when you see those places. And so it was just a phenomenal experience, man.
Awesome.
I love it.
Right, man. We're looking forward to the content.
Absolutely.
We talked about that earlier today.
Yes.
The planning that went into it.
Man,
it's
some of
just,
the permits that had to be obtained before we could have religious, gatherings in some of these sacred places. But I tell you what, it was going to be worth it for sure when you see that content on the back end. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it.
Listen, I just want to take a moment.
I was going to ask one question about how were the tour guides?
The tour guides.
Okay. All right.
The tour guides were some were good.
Yeah.
Some were, but you could tell that that region of the world is so. It has really taken the tourism piece of it.
Okay.
That has become foremost.
Okay.
And that makes sense. That it's part of their income and their economy.
Okay.
But for those of us who are there for a spiritual experience, I think that's why something like a Breath of Life cruise has extra draw for our people, because where else can you? Because the tour guide is one thing, but I think what Breath of Life was able to do is kind of set the table. And even the sermons that were spoken or shared as we got ready to go on the tours really helped us, set the table, as it were. You're going to see this, but don't just take your selfie. Plug into what you're actually seeing. Plug into the moment that's happening right now. So,
Listen, I was just going to share. We are here at Rise. At Rise. We are here live.
We are rising.
We're rising. We started out as an online ministry.
Absolutely correct.
During COVID.
Yes.
I have to sit here and I have to say thank you.
Oh, wow.
Because you were very instrumental in Pastors Roundtable being where it's at today.
Wow.
Your ministry of how it all works.
Yes.
I remember even scheduling time with you.
I remember
to just make sure we get it right. And so I'm just so glad you're here at the table, and we want to say thank you. And we want to just let other pastors know that you are available to help them with their ministry. How would they get in contact with you?
I mean, KirkRNugent.com is the best way to get in touch with me. But I mean, and yes, I would love to be able to work with you. I love working with faith-based ministries, organizations, individuals in particular, especially if you're looking to leverage content, video content, social media content for the cause of Christ. I believe that God is raising up an army of creators of faith who will storm the kingdom of darkness online for the cause of Christ.
Come on.
And so we just have to use these tools and these platforms in the way that it was intended, because I believe God literally formed them up I mean, we have a saying. You know the sayings, but I'll share it with your audience. Live streaming is a little glimpse of omnipresence. I mean, let's be clear. Somebody's watching right now from Maryland. Somebody's watching right now from California. Somebody's watching right now right here in Florida. Somebody's watching from New York. And all of them are seeing all three of us at the same time.
Yes, sir. Come on.
This was not possible before.
Yes.
But I believe God set it up in such a way so that we can use this medium and this vehicle to share the gospel. And so I love doing that. I absolutely want to be able to help more people do that. But I also want to just thank you. We talked about this earlier, and I told you at the moment, I was like, I was going to try and play it off and just be like, oh, no, I just played a small part. But I want to just say, I receive it, Doc. I receive those words of affirmation. It means a lot to me. It means a lot. It confirms some of the things I know God has called me to do. And it gives me gas to keep going a little further on the journey. So I want to say I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much.
Cook Nugent, everyone.
Thank you,
man. What is the terminology?
The geek speaker preacher.
Come on, the geek preacher. Awesome. And I have the privilege of having him serve in my conference.
That's right.
And so
South Central Conference,
it's
man.
wonderful to have him right down the street.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Blessings, everybody. Thank you, everybody in the chat.
There you go.
Listen, we have a lot of people here, leaders doing things on the cutting edge.
Hey, we got to give a shout out to Stephanie Scott in the chat. Stephanie's on the team, but unfortunately, Stephanie's not here. Stephanie's not here. Stephanie doesn't carry the mantle of pastor. This is a pastor's conference. But Stephanie is handling business for us.
But she's a PK.
She's a PK.
So see, Steph, you could have come as a PK. You could have played the PK card.
There's my man. Come on this side, man. Come on this side. Listen, let's give a shout out to Pastor Corey Jackson from Memphis, Mississippi.
I'll slip over here then.
Memphis, get in the chair, Doc. Get in the chair.
My wife.
I know your wife will wait.
You want the wife to come on in? Come on in. There you go.
Listen, guys.
This is a powerful man right here.
This pastor here, good friend of mine, his lovely wife is here with him. Share with us why you here at Rise.
You want the truth or what I need to say? What's up, everybody?
Tell the truth.
Listen, we just here to be together with everybody and continue to just get closer and closer to each other. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Awesome. Man, listen, Pastor, I know you do a major ministry at your church that connects to the community. Right. Give us a little bit of Isaiah 58, right?
Well, we do a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But we do Isaiah 58. Isaiah 58 happens every first Sabbath, every second Sabbath of the month. We go into the community. We take the gospel. We do expungement. We do food drives where we feeding 700 families a month. We do job fairs. We do Red Cross blood drives. Listen, how much time you want me to do? Because we do a whole lot of stuff. So we just stay busy for God and always working. So
were you just at CJC? Or
No.
was that Troy?
That was Troy.
That was Troy. Okay.
That was Troy.
All right. I know you are part of that ministry at South Central and doing community engagement. Share with a pastor who didn't make it here. What is one of the key things why community engagement is important?
Listen, for me, or for us, community engagement is important because it helps us connect to the community.
All right.
Now it's the legs of the gospel.
Nice.
See, because if you don't have engagement with the community, how they gonna come to the church? So even though the health message is the right arm, the evangelism is the left arm. Listen. Community engagement are the feet that get you going.
Come on.
The legs that get you there.
Awesome.
And so we do that so that we can bring people to the church to know who we are. Because most folk don't know what an Adventist church is. They think we are just drive-through Sabbath keepers.
My Lord.
And so we want to change that narrative. Man. By changing the narrative, we got to get engaged with the community.
Nice. Sister Jackson, you're here at Rise. You don't want to speak? I mean, I'm good. But the fact that you're sitting in that chair, as a pastor's wife, why is it important for you to be here at Rise?
Oh, I have to support my husband and support the ministry, so
Awesome.
we're learning together.
Excellent. Man, it's been great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hello, everybody. From Memphis, Tennessee. New
Tennessee.
Covenant. Abundant Life.
Life.
Seventh-day Adventist Church. That's how we do it. Peace.
Take it out. Thank you for joining us. Listen. We're talking to pastors that are actually making it happen underground. So we praise God for Pastor Jackson. We called out Pastor Troy Brand from Chattanooga. We're just excited about what God is doing with the many pastors who are here. This thing has been finished for almost a half hour, but pastors are just excited. They're hugging up each other.
Listen, we're excited. Pastor Wade, I think this is the first ministerium, since COVID. We already talked about that. So for 6 years we've been away. The last big event we had was the Pastors Conference in the NAD.
Right, the NAD call.
That was in Kentucky.
Call.
But there's nothing like going to the Southern Union Ministerium, because then the family, it
was closer.
We praise God, for all of our conferences, all of our unions, but we work in this same field. And so for us to come together the first time since COVID is such a blessing. The place that we're in is a really nice place. Again, we're here in Central Florida. It is the tourist capital of the world.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
So you have a lot of different things here to do. But during these next couple of days, we are going to be here. There's some powerful workshops that will actually start tomorrow. Just looking at the list, again, for those of you who are pastoring, maybe you are in your room right now, maybe you have other plans or whatever you want to do, I want to just encourage you, take advantage, of course, of the city. Wonderful city, Orlando's a wonderful city, but also take advantage of what's happening here at the ministerial convention.
Yes.
Listen, tomorrow we are going to have Dr. Elaine and Willie Oliver, both of them. They will be doing a seminar on becoming intimate. Now you need to know, family ministry is like what I do. I love family ministry. That's a fellow pastor over there I know, powerful preacher. Ministry leader. So family ministry is what I do. My wife and I would do that. So that's what I was saying earlier, that we kind of follow the Olivers. They did a presentation called From This Day Forward. I think it was called
From This Day Forward. That's right.
We watched them over there. That's when they were in the Atlantic Union as the family life leaders, and then we just continue to watch them soar, and they're just doing such a great job. So they're going to be there tomorrow in one of the breakout rooms. We also are going to have, here's somebody that's coming up. This individual presented last year at our Southern Union retreat, the leadership retreat that we usually have in November. And her name is Jill. In fact, she was on our show.
Yes, she did a Pastors Roundtable.
She was on a Pastors Roundtable. Schwartzire.
Yes.
Schwartzire. And so she's going to be presenting tomorrow. Single and pastoring.
Yes.
Okay. And so a lot of times, people don't really talk about that, but there are some people that are single and pastoring.
That's
and so
right.
I imagine, how do you date
when you pastor?
When you're pastoring? And do you date somebody in the same congregation?
They told me not to, but anyway.
Okay. So
I don't know.
So you've been there?
No, I've not been there. I'm saying, when you came out of school, they told you what to do and what not to do.
Right.
And they tell you don't pastor in, don't fish where you're eating, that kind of stuff.
Don't do it there, right? So that's going to be an interesting workshop. We also have, here's another one, Leading and Growing a Haitian Church in America. We know that the Haitian membership is growing and soaring, especially here in Florida. And so there's a workshop on that. There's also a workshop by Ivan Williams. He was also on the Pastors Round. Listen, how many people we've had on the Pastors Round?
Listen. Linda, listen. We didn't just show up today.
No, we didn't.
We didn't just show up today. The beauty about Pastors Roundtable is that, as you heard earlier, we actually tried to scratch where it's itching.
Yes.
And these leaders who are sharing are leaders who are itching where it's scratching, or scratching where it's itching.
Right.
So they have been part of Pastors Roundtable, and so they're here presenting. So that's to let you know how cutting edge Pastors Roundtable is. We don't just bring any and everybody. We bring the people who are making it happen.
That's right. That's right. I just remember when we started this thing. Wow, it was just tackling those issues that people have on their minds, but they're not really, it's not really brought to the forefront,
right?
Like it was, and like how we're doing here at Pastors Roundtable. So, and seeing some of the people that were with us at the very beginning that we see, right, like Nugent, we saw Pastor Nugent that was here, and just seeing some of the others that were with us when we first got started is such a blessing. And so again, this workshop, this ministerium, it's going to be powerful. And one of the good things that we have now, okay, Pastor, one of the good things that we have now, again, is we are interviewing a lot of these giants in the faith. People who have done an excellent job. Preacher, good to see you, my friend. One of the things that we're also going to try and do, let me just let you in here, we are going to try to get some of the presidents talking as well and interviewing with us as well. Pastor Paul is in the house, Stephanie. Stephanie, she keeps us in line.
I'm telling you.
She keeps us in line. There you go, Stephanie. I think I got a little bit more volume here. Sister Cindy Paul. All right. So Pastor Paul is in the building. He is just taking care of some things right now, but he'll be back with us. Tomorrow morning again, we'll be back here
at 7:30.
7:30 back here.
Yeah.
And that way you'll be able to get a taste of what's to come during the day. And also, we'll probably bring a few people in to kind of talk to you about what they do, the ministry that they're leading, and how this workshop and this ministerium is going to be so impactful on their life and on their family. That's another thing. Not just pastors, but the family.
Right.
The family. My family is here. So maybe we'll get a couple of shots on that as
so
well.
I'll just throw out, hey Milt, I'll just throw out a shameless plug for women's ministries here in the Southern Union. They are here to help empower pastors to develop ministries for women in their local churches.
Wow.
So Elder Shirley Scott is here with her team, meeting with pastors, talking with pastors, and even resourcing pastors.
That's what we're all about, right?
Hey.
In fact, we have some shirts over here, Pastor Wade.
That's right.
That kind of remind the people what this thing is all about. Resource, relevant, resource, and real.
It's so true. So Stephanie, I just want you to know that there's a whole track for youth and some pastors' kids. There's a whole track. They broke it down from teens to children to the newborns to the youth.
Yep.
So they have a whole scenario going on for our PKs, and so our PKs are being taken care of while their moms and dads are being taken care of. So I am excited. We had Robert come on earlier, a young boy from Pensacola, Florida.
Yes.
So Robert was on our first show, and we'll get some more to come on. But we are going to make sure that we promote the whole family as pastors roundtable.
Yeah, because sometimes, and I think that the denomination is doing a better job. But in the past, children were kind of, they neglected a little bit, I would say. But through the years, they've been doing an awesome job of trying to take care of the children.
And that's not just here in Southern Union. I noticed all the unions are engaging their youth ministries department and their children's ministries department to plan a ministry for pastors' kids.
Yes.
Not just for any kid, but for pastors' kids.
Right.
And so it is, I believe it's catching on. It will become a thing, a norm soon. And so we're looking forward to see how God is going to lead that in developing our pastors' children.
Right. Because we really want to make sure that the children of the pastor, that they know that they're loved, they're cared for, and also that there are programs there for them. And it also gives, the children to bond with each other.
That's right.
Now, you remember growing up, camp meeting, right?
Right.
You would go to camp meeting, the children would bond with each other. Those were the days when the camp meeting was filled with children. Now,
They're still filled with children.
It's still,
They're
okay,
filled with children, yeah.
some are still filled, but and so when the children come together, they're able to create bonds, relationships,
Right.
and it just goes throughout their life. And so having something like this is life changing. It's
Hey,
transformation.
and Robert, who was here earlier, the pastor's kid who was here earlier,
Okay, what did
he
he say?
said
Yeah.
that the one thing he's looking forward to is going to the pool.
Yeah,
He's going to the pool.
that's right. That's right.
My man said he's checking out the pool.
I love it.
And so I told him he's got his homework done already. He's already turned it in. He's going to be at the pool. So
That's
I
right.
said, hey, enjoy yourself, Doc.
Enjoy yourself at the pool. There's only a few moments I think that pastors have when they could do this, right?
Right.
Every 5 years here, and I guess they're going to do another ministerial convention. When is that? The last one we had was 2021, I believe.
So I
2022.
think they may do it. I'm not sure if they're going to do it after. And I'm talking about the division level.
Division
If they're
level.
going to do it after GC, I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it before GC.
Oh, okay.
Because GC is next year. So it'll definitely have to be after GC. To continue. So we'll see how that comes out. But I have to say that our conferences are stepping up to the plate.
Yes.
South Central Conference in the Southern Union is planning to have a pastors retreat, family retreat. Well, I would say it's pastors and spouts.
Okay.
They're not doing a full family, but pastors and spouts in November.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
pastors in South Central get it twice in this year.
That's a blessing.
They
That's
get
a
it twice
blessing.
in this year. So
The
we
more-
praise God.
The more we take care of our pastors,
Yes,
the healthier the church should become.
that's right.
And
That's
so gone are the days, and I want everyone to hear this, where you can brag about not taking a vacation and not take. No, that's no bragging. No, that's detrimental to your health, right? And so what we've done, creating spaces like this, where people can come together, come away from the regular routine, and be able to be refreshed, to be recharged, and also have a lot of fun. This is critical, right?
Yes.
And so again, as a pastor, I know you're listening out there. Let's take advantage of this moment. Again, I know we're in Orlando, so there's a lot of things to do. We do those things, right? But let's come together, fellowship with one another, and I think that you will be blessed by being here at the Southern Union Ministerial Retreat.
So Stephanie wants us to just make sure we say it correctly. At South Central, we are actually not just pastors, but our educators. Our educators, our pastors, and their spouses, but our workers are coming together for a retreat in November. So we're just excited. I'm looking forward to that retreat also in November to share with the colleagues. And some of you may have known that just recently I had a loss in my family. My dad passed, and my colleagues from South Central, man, they stepped up. They called, they text, they emailed, they.
Yes.
I mean, I felt love. I felt the love. So I'm excited to be a part of the worker force in the South Central Conference. Yay, even the Southern Union. We're just so excited to be a part of the collegiality. Did I say it right?
Ecclesiality? I guess I got
The coming together, the coming together, the friendship, the things that bring us together and help us to share in the moment of real life.
Yes. Yes.
Being relevant and real. Isn't that what we
Right.
say?
Yes, definitely. And when things happen, we cry together.
Yes.
We laugh together.
Yes.
We want, and so listen, Pastor Wayne, we're glad to see you here today, too.
Yeah.
We're glad to see you, man.
We also want to before we leave, and we're going to kind of land this plane here because we got to be ready for tomorrow. But we want to also remember the folks up in the Carolinas. The storm came through and devastated Asheville and the areas around there, and so we want to remember the Asheville community.
Yes.
One of the communication leaders here in the Southern Union, their family lives in the Asheville area. They were sharing with me, the situation that they're going through. No power. They don't have any power. And so at this point, we're praying that power comes back.
Yeah.
So we're just thankful that those of us who were able to spare it. I think you had a little bit of
We
something.
had a little bit,
Yeah.
but through the state of Florida on that west coast,
Yes.
got a little bit too, and our hearts goes out goes out to those who were impacted by the storm.
Right.
But we do have a family right here, right?
That's right.
A family of support. And by God's grace, those who were impacted, especially those who are part of our inner circle, meaning the Southern Union Adventist Church, we definitely want to reach out and to do something so that we can help. But again, anytime a storm comes through, it causes a lot of displacement. I mean, it's terrible.
Disruption.
Disruption, displacement, discomfort.
Yes, yes.
And those are mild words.
Yes, that is true.
I
That
met
is
a
true.
lady a couple of months ago, and she was telling me about how she had to start over again.
Wow.
And she said that I think it was actually a fire that just destroyed her whole house, everything, and she had to start over again. And she was talking to me about that process, and so just not understanding it, but listening to it, getting an idea, I could get the sense of how difficult it can be. Can you imagine starting over again? I'm talking about everything. Pictures are gone.
Yes.
I'm talking about, all of your
Memories
personal
are
stuff. It's gone.
Yes.
And you have to start over again.
My
So my heart goes out to those who have been impacted that way.
Yes.
So again, please, let's continue to pray for each other. Pray for us right here at Rise. We hope that, again, this will recharge not only the pastors, but our PKs, so that they will know that they belong, that they are supported, and that they know they have a family, right, that they can share things with.
Right.
Because sometimes in this ministry, there are things that it's hard to share, right?
That is
but
true.
We're creating safe places, and so this is Rise. Tomorrow we'll be on again.
Yes.
As we said before, at 7:30 a.m. And so you want to make sure that you got your stuff together. Those of you who are here on the grounds, remember there are specific times in which the cafeteria is open for you. So pay attention to that. So when they say it's, there's specific times, because they want to make sure
Everybody.
that they relegate the crowd going through. All right. So make sure that you know that.
Yes.
All right. Then we know that the main service starts. Actually, it starts, I believe, at 8:30.
Correct.
It starts at 8:30, and so that will be our main session at 8:30, and then they will now the children, they'll have their session in the morning as well. 8:15, you can drop them off. Come on, somebody, amen. 0 to 14, you can drop them off. 8:30 is the main session. Then why are we starting at 7:30, Raj?
All right, let's end this.
8:30.
All right, let's end this, because that's going to be a long discussion.
I'm
Listen,
just saying,
there are
man.
there are over 1,700 people registered, and we're not sure how many are here, but we are just thankful. We're just thankful that we are part of that 1,700.
All right, what did I miss?
You didn't miss anything. You're about to give your part in how we end Pastors Roundtable.
Yeah, how we end tonight. I was just telling Roger, I said, listen,
Resource?
they start at 8:30. Why are we starting at 7:30, man?
Said they started there at 8:30?
8:30 in the morning.
So we're starting at
7:30. We're starting at 7:30. I'm messing with it. 7:30, y'all.
7:30. All right.
Uh-oh.
Listen, thank you for joining us tonight.
They'll see you at 7:30.
Thank you for joining us tonight, where we are here to help make Rise and replenish on tomorrow. Tomorrow's replenish. Rise relevant,
Resource.
And real. Blessings, everybody. Have a good night.
All right.
Good
God
night.
bless.